Well, everyone is happy for this overtime win, but look at Swayman's reaction to Brad Marchand's goal, a big one, a milestone one for him, career goal number 396. But that also means that Sway didn't have to worry about making any more saves because that was one and done, 3-2 the final in overtime for the Boston Bruins over the Ottawa Senators. This is Bruins Overtime Live presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. With Billy and Razor, I'm Sophia. And guys, you know, that ended well for the Boston Bruins, but that game, not the prettiest of games, ended with a positive note, Brad Marchand winning it in OT.
Huge positive, huge job getting 2 points, huge job overcoming some poor refereeing, huge job overcoming just an okay, not effort, okay execution is the E word that I was looking for. And you know, they gutted it out, and that's why this team is one of the best in the league, because they gut games like this out and don't get down despite, again, horrible refereeing and lack of execution.
So a lot going against the Bruins in this game.
Yeah.
There was. I mean, there was a big crowd, but it's not a great building. We've talked about that. The ice didn't look great. How many times we see guys fall and absolutely both teams missed the puck, basically skating by. Okay, you got to deal with all that. The officiating, you're being kind. It was not poor.
Yeah.
It was not to the standards that the NHL is going to want for cohesive, fluid game. It just wasn't there. It didn't have the feel.
No.
Okay. All right. No. Again, you deal with it. When it's all said and done, you like to say, hey, you take 2 points, get out of town, and enjoy it, right? I don't think they're leaving tonight, though, so I don't know about getting out of town part.
Getting out of town, yeah.
But they did it. They found a way, and they got one more now before the break.
Yeah.
So
and
one
it's
more.
an afternooner. You get up and play it. Get up and
they're going to be celebrating Recchi there, and there's meaning to the Bruins and everything. Hopefully, hopefully the antenna will be up for one more game before 8 or 9 days off.
Well, Brad Marchand, 6 points in his last 4 games, riding a 4-game point streak. And guys, a big overtime winner, as we said, is 24th of the season, but 396 of his career. We'll kind of dig into that a little later, but let's show it to you right here.
Well, it was a great opportunity.
Great opportunity at one end.
Bruins go 2-on-1. Coyle gives the puck up right away. We're waiting for Marchand. Is he going to give it back? And he just gets himself into a better. At first, I thought he slowed down a little too much, Razor, to be honest with you. But then he just takes that one little strike, gets himself into a better shooting position and beats Korpisalo. Is he going to go low? Is he going to go hie? Oh, that was close.
Missed,
the puck just bouncing over the stick of, was that Kachuk? And then here you go the other way. So right here, that it was one little shimmy edge to the inside, right? Watch it. He's out, and then right there, just comes in. He gives himself an extra 2 or 3 feet to the inside.
Yeah, and then it's the last 3 or 4 inches that really gets past the goaltender. You'll see Korpisalo doesn't move as Marshes takes that little stutter step as he pulls the puck into his feet, and he's just so good with that shot, far side. Wow, this is going to be a great angle. Korpisalo has to not give up short side there, but somehow Marshy's able to pull it in. He has such a low. He gets it in his feet. We've seen him score so many goals that way. Thing of beauty from the captain.
Yeah, I don't know. Just one more time, just to make your point. Can we get that? I don't know if we can, John, our producer. If we can get that last look, that last replay, the one he says is going to be so good, and really slow it down, and you'll see how when he comes down the ice, folks, he's to the outside of the dot. Then he comes back to the inside. And if you can, just kind of stop it for a second if possible. Here you go. So this is what Razor's... Now, stop it here. See, he's outside the dot. Now go a little slower. Watch right here. See, now he brings it inside the dot, and then he gets it low past the goalie. The D, Sanderson, doesn't commit to him until too late. Sanderson's too deep. Not too deep. He's in the middle. Like he's trying to think what he's going to do. Yeah. But the difference of what? You're talking 3-4 feet there at most. At most, right?
Yeah, most.
Makes all the difference in the world for the goaltender where he's got to set himself.
That's right. If he moves his feet to the inside, then Marshy goes high. Like he sets him up perfectly, and that it's all about setting the goaltender up or setting up the goalie tries to set the player up for strengths, and Marshy does it so well on that side of the ice.
Well, he is our Subaru star of the game, as mentioned, 6 points in his last 4 games, and a big goal for him because with his 396, he moves into 5th place all time for most career goals in Bruins history, and just a couple, 6 there to get there to tie Rick Middleton and 7 to beat him. So Marshy being on a roll of late, and he, of course, was with Adam Pellerin after the game.
Brad, congrats on the win. Is that extra satisfying considering some of the obstacles, some of the challenges in that game in terms of the calls that went against you?
Yeah, we obviously can't control the calls that go against us there in a game. Thought we did a great job being resilient, battling through that. We got in late and back-to-back and travel. It's never easy, so thought we did a great job. Persevering, getting that win, feels good.
What's to say about the group? Second of a back-to-back, obviously. Thank you. Second of a back-to-back, obviously the frustrating loss last night to come back and get the victory tonight.
Yeah, we want to have a good game. We had spurts where we were good, and definitely times where they played really well. They competed hard. They're a much better team than what their record shows, and they battled all the way to the end. So to get that win, after last night's game, and it feels good, but still things we can continue to improve upon, but it's a good building game for us.
I know you spoke to the milestone the other night, but 396 now, moving ahead of Ray Bourque. In terms of historical significance, what does that mean to you? I know you talked about the career achievements being winning championships, but to pass Ray Bourque on the list is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think what's more impressive is that he did that being a D-man. His stats, when you look at them, I was actually looking at them today. They're so incredible, and what's even better about him is the leaders that he was, and just his compete level every single day. The stories you hear about him now from guys that played with him, and what made him so good. I think that's what I admire the most about him. He tried to get better every day. So yeah, to be in company with someone like that, it is pretty incredible. Never something I thought would happen, but it's just great to be able to be around guys like that and learn from them, and that's what makes this organization special.
Congrats on the milestone. Congrats on the win as well.
Thank you.
Well earned, Brad Marchand. Meanwhile, we were talking about this because it's been a theme of the game, but take a look at the penalties. Bruins versus the Senators, 9 for the Bruins, but 18 penalty minutes, just 8 for the Senators. Their PK, 4 for 6. Yeah.
Big discrepancy.
All right, we'll get off this page and we'll show you one where really we were wondering what the heck was going on.
Well, the problem is the 2 goals that were scored against the Bruins, the penalties that were called were they're off these scrums that are in the corners that happen 58 times in a game, where there's battles and guys hit the ice and they get back up, and both of them late in the third late in the third end up in goals, and it's so frustrating as a team, as a coach, as a player, when you see penalties get called that aren't penalties. There's a difference at different times, and when they go in the back of your net, to stay with this team, with this game, I should say, by this team is really impressive, because it could have got away from them had they let it get to them.
Is that a goal you're surprised that Swayman let up, that Tarasenko one?
It's a tough play because it's that screenshot, that new age screen where Batherson stays on the short side and times the shot at the same time. So Swayman has to look to you don't want to give up the short side, but he has to look inside, and Batherson moves out of the way at the perfect time, and you can't come this way because you're looking around the screen. So it's a perfect play, perfect shot. Tarasenko might have had this much, right?
It was like a similar shot. Remember earlier, Grizzlick had a similar shot, but he missed it, and you saw the result of that goes out. Here, Tarasenko, who's known to be a sniper, ends up shooting that.
That's right. And there wasn't a screen on Grizz's either, the same kind of screen where you have a player getting back, going to the middle of the net, going to the middle of the ice, right? So you get a bit of a flash screen while that shot's going short side.
Trent Frederic, in this one, extended his point streak to 4 straight games with a goal here, and a nice one.
Real nice one. Yeah, Bruins get a goal just like Marchand's overtime winner based on a chance that was oh so close. Here they get it, hook the puck wide, and it bounces away. Right there, you've got a guy in Pastrnak who is reloading, and now this play is key. Zacha knows. He just knows that whether Freddie yelled, he looked early, he gets it to him immediately. And folks, there's no chance then for the Sens to gap up. It's a broken play after this, literally within an inch could have been a Senator goal. But Frederic now is going to come up the ice. He's going to track it. And as soon as the puck goes wide, look at him come to the middle. I think he yells for it right there. And look at the space he's got there, Razor. Uses the defender as this bit of a screen, smokes it upstairs in stride.
Yeah, this is that inch you were talking about, how close it was. Off off the post to hit Swayman in the back, and then he is aware enough to get his feet at least to the goal line. Maybe something hits him. Fortunately, in this situation, it does. And we've seen this shot now 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 of Frederic's goals have been that little snapperoo, high blocker, mid blocker, and he's got that longer release, and he's figured it out, and it's beating goaltenders flat out now.
3 points away from his career high in points, which is 31, and 3 goals away from his career high in goals, which was 17. Meanwhile, David Pastrnak looked like a set play off the face-off on the power play. Rocket of a shot to score the opening.
Well, Charlie Coyle just wins this so cleanly back to McAvoy. It's automatic. Once it goes back to Charlie McAvoy that quickly, of course, it's coming over to David Pastrnak for the one-timer. So, it's a set. It's the old school set play. That's as old school as it gets. Like all the way back to Rocket Richard, basically. Like win the face-off back over to the middle and one-time it.
Yeah.
It's simple hockey, and at the same time, not many guys rip it like David from there.
No. I mean, he just got it and let go of it. Korpisalo was like, okay, no chance on that one. But that's like the first set play there ever was off the face-off.
Yeah, the very
hockey.
first
Like,
one.
well, back to the D over. If somebody came up with it, like, oh, great. Now you see everything moving around. It's so fancy. That almost looked boring. Right?
Yeah,
But
that's true.
He smoked it.
Yeah, well, one of the cliches is keep it simple.
Yeah.
And they did. All right, plenty more to come on Bruins Overtime Live. We'll see if Jim Montgomery, with the win, has kind of chilled out a little bit after some tough calls against his team. He's actually going to go.
This is the one, I think, where he says, you make a bad call, I can complain.
All right, well,
here.
He goes one-on-one with Rick next.
You make a bad call.
Bruins Overtime Live on NESN is presented by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com.